The following is a Joel Michalec production.
On November 13th, Felix Unger was asked to remove himself from his place of residence. That request came from his wife. She asked him to leave because he wouldn't listen to the Joel Michalec Show.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the Joel Michalec Show featuring the Lovely Sharen. I am Joel Michalec, and returning to the show is the Lovely Sharen.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Yes, I'm returning. Thank goodness.
Not 100%, but you're here.
No, but I'm here.
And we're grateful. The whole Joel Michalec Show nation is grateful that you're back.
I am grateful that I'm back too.
Because, like, last week on the podcast, I had to curtail. We had so much stuff, and I had to curtail it because I had no one to rebut. So I had to design it so I can just talk to the screen, and it wouldn't talk back.
Wow.
But
it's nice to be missed.
No, it's nice to have you back. So, boom, there you go.
Boom.
So,
boom.
Welcome everybody into the program. The website to visit is jmtalk.net, where you can subscribe to the program. And guess what? Huge news this week on Facebook.
Oh my goodness, I know. I'm so excited.
We have been approved for Pandora. So we are now on Pandora. We're basically now on all the major podcast sites.
Yeah, that's
so now we'll just work
very amazing.
We'll work on the smaller ones, and some of the smaller ones aggregate us anyway. So it's pretty cool. But so now, if you're a Pandora fan and you don't like to listen to podcasts on anything else, you can find us there now.
Yes.
And we'll get that information
I'm very excited.
To the actual website. The Facebook does have it, by the way. Facebook is at JM Talk. Instagram and Twitter at JM Talk Radio. Additional places where you can find us. And you can email us at joelmichalecradio@gmail.com. So,
Yep.
Okay, so we're well beyond Thanksgiving now.
Oh, I know. And
last week was the big initial shopping weekend of the season. And so the first thing I wanted to talk about, which I wanted to talk about last week, but I waited for you.
Why, thank you.
Is I want to talk about Black Friday and Cyber Monday because, you know, there's last week I posted a video on the Facebook page and the social media, and it's a very funny parody, and it's if Black Friday had to be honest, or something to that effect. Okay. And it's like a 4.5 minute commercial, and it's the spokesman's being very honest about Black Friday. It's very funny, folks. If you haven't seen it, get over there and check it out. But I posted that before Black Friday. Now, I've been watching, you know what it is, we won't tell the whole world, but I've been watching this particular gift that you wanted this year for Christmas for about 8 weeks.
Yes.
And I have it saved, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay. And I had to go through Amazon with this because I have Amazon Cash, you know, from doing different things and different, works and stuff. And I get Amazon Cash. And so I had that, and I'm like, okay, because that's going to be some money off that.
Right.
And so I'm watching it, and it's, you know, this particular price and this particular price. And I knew going in that I would probably see it lower on Black Friday and then lower on Cyber Monday, because Cyber Monday is when it's the electronic sit-at-home shopping day of the year for Christmas shopping, right?
Cyber Monday.
Hence Cyber Monday. So Friday morning, I pull it up. It's reduced $7. And I'm like, well,
what?
Yeah, it's reduced. But I'm like, you know what? It's gonna be really reduced come Cyber Monday.
Right.
So I was excited about that because seeing that discount for $7 gave me hope.
Yes.
I was like Star Wars: A New Hope going on back there. And so I wait through the weekend, and I have it on my calendar to make sure I don't forget to check on Monday morning and get this thing ordered.
Okay, people, imagine this. Alarms going off everywhere.
Oh yeah, I got my phone.
If an alarm can be set on it, an alarm is set on it. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so ding, 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 here, there, and everywhere.
And I did. So I go on Amazon to purchase it, and this product went up $100 on Cyber
ridiculous.
Monday. So then I thought to myself, how true is that video I posted like on Wednesday or Thursday the previous week?
Right.
So it went up, and I was really mad about that. I thought there was something else. I thought like there was a double whammy about it. I think because it had gone down $7 on Black Friday,
right.
and then up $100
Yeah.
on Cyber Monday. And, as pissed off as I was, you still got it, and you still got it at that price. I could have gotten it refurbed, but no, I wanted you to have it new. And I did pay that price because I had to use the Amazon money. I mean, I could have used it for something else.
Right. Well,
but I checked 3 other places that had that product.
I certainly appreciate that.
You're welcome. I checked 3 other places that had that product, and they were sold out.
Right.
Even though they were all coming from the same company. It wasn't really Amazon. It was a third-party company behind Amazon.
Right.
But they were sold out everywhere else at lower prices. So, but I did it. Why? Because I love you. That is the love that pours out of my heart onto my shirt, down my arm, out to you.
But anyway. It's got all shirt goo on it.
Yeah, it does have shirt goo on it. So, so that is my dilemma. Folks, Black Friday, first of all, as we've said before, you don't really go out. I don't go out at all. I refuse to go shopping on Black Friday.
Yeah. Well,
I order online and I get my stuff then. And I'm telling you, now that I've experienced this, Black Friday and Cyber Monday is a bunch of horse shit.
Absolutely.
It is just a bunch of hoo-ha, and you're being duped.
Yes.
You're being duped for marginal discounts.
Yes. See, I'm not one of those people that must be at the store at 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Because, first of all, it's interrupting my sleep. Okay? Which is precious to me.
Mm-hmm.
And second of all, I just can't be bothered.
Right.
So, all day Friday, I was hawking the websites. I was.
Okay, but
so the deals aren't the same.
No, they're not. That's the thing. So here's the thing. So when I purchased your item, the next day, which I guess that's about the time that the credit card gets charged, and
right. Mm-hmm.
And then I get notification that the card was charged.
Right.
And then I got a separate email from Capital One, and it told me about this product they have called WikiBuys. Have you heard of this?
Yes.
And,
yes, yeah.
And it was suggesting, hey, we see that you spent.
One.
Okay,
right.
It said we see that you spent this much on this product. You should download WikiBuys and allow us to help you find the best deal.
Yeah.
And now I know that I will probably take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So, but
and I found out exactly the same way you did.
Because I know you're getting more in tune to shopping online than going out. In the past few years, it's easy that way, right?
It is. It really is. But I've done my going out shopping all year long.
That is true. You had more preparation.
I did, and this year, again, I started my Christmas shopping in June. It may have been May, you know what I mean? But throughout the summer, if I saw something, my mind was automatically Christmas.
Right.
Right. It really wasn't. It drove you nuts. And
And
I know it did, but
at the same time, I wish I could do that. I mean, I only have to shop for you.
Yeah,
but
see,
but this,
as the woman of the house, and I know every other woman feels
of the house
this way. Why is it that the woman of the house, they're responsible for purchasing gifts for every other person that the couple knows?
I will say this.
Including family members.
I did pick something out for the grandson. And I also ordered something for the daughter.
Okay, yes.
So
yes.
I pitched in. And I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm very exhausted from that, by the way.
I know. Trust me, I know you are.
So,
but, yeah.
It just works out better that way. And folks, take Sharon's word for it. Work on it throughout the year because we are being duped by capitalism. First of all, they're dragging you out of your house on Thanksgiving, enticing you with these deals. You're killing each other over TVs and crock pots.
Right, exactly.
And there's no real savings. There's no real savings.
There really isn't. They jack up the price 10% to take off 10%.
Right.
So you're really not getting a deal.
So lucky for us, the stories related to the season for us to discuss keep rolling in the door.
I know.
So I want to talk about this story that came out of Miami. I don't know if you heard about this. I know you do look at your news feeds on your phone. But an 18-year-old UPS worker stole the holiday package that he was entrusted to deliver. And we're talking about $1,000 worth of packages. Not a package here or a package there.
Yeah, wow.
Emmanuel Reagan took a holiday job this year at UPS.
I bet with the intent on doing that.
Yeah, exactly. He no longer has that job because now he has grand theft felony charges against him. Okay? So during the arraignment or trial, the judge said to him, "You're 18, you have a chance to work, and then you allegedly do something pretty stupid by stealing these packages." Investigators said that Reagan was on the job helping a full-time delivery driver unload packages. He was then caught on camera hiding some packages when the full-time driver was not looking. He then went back after his shift and collected the packages, which were filled with electronics like tablets and PlayStation 4s. During his court appearance, he received a tongue lashing from the judge. The judge went on to say, "I don't know if that's the path in life you plan to take, but I would think not. I would think you would want to get a job, stay out of trouble, and have a nice life. Good luck to you." So, but
Wait, so he let the guy off scot-free?
No. That was just like,
okay, yeah.
He was just giving him a verbal beating while he was
gotcha.
arraigning him.
Okay.
He's facing felony charges.
Got you. Okay.
But so this is the sad thing about it, the sad reality. It makes you doubt. It makes me doubt the human race sometimes. There's a lot of things that make me doubt the human race.
I agree.
Once in a while, we see a spark and we go, "Oh wow, this restores my faith in humanity."
Yeah.
And then someone steals $1,000 worth of packages from the company they're working for. The packages that you're expecting. I'm expecting electronics to show up.
I've already purchased these electronics.
Right, and same with me. Like I'm in the middle of this process, and my whole delivery thing's getting screwed up on the packages I'm waiting for this Christmas.
Gotcha.
So now there's that additional fear because this is not the first time. This is not the first time that we've heard of this happening. It's just that it means more now during Christmas because, damn, we're just trying to get our stuff.
I know. Which then, full circle, means that maybe you're more secure in going out and purchasing this stuff yourself.
But that means...
I know.
We were out... When were we out getting the last-minute stuff for... Thanksgiving? I
think it was Wednesday.
Well, Wednesday morning, or the afternoon, I went to the store and got some stuff.
Right.
But we were getting stuff all along.
Right.
But we were in Walmart Monday or Tuesday. And remember, we were saying it's not even Black Friday yet.
I know, and the place
Walmart was crazy. Crazy.
It was a madhouse.
Welcome to the time of year where people become nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty and belligerent.
It's becoming all year round like that.
Yeah, that's true too. We just notice it more at the holiday.
As a whole is becoming a nasty brood of people.
So Black Friday triggers for me Christmas, right?
Yeah.
That's when it's okay to start listening to Christmas music. That's when it's okay to bring out the Christmas movies. And on the Friday, I started a campaign of making sure that I went an extra mile for people. Holding the door. I've been saying Merry Christmas to almost everybody we've been encountering.
I know, yeah.
And listen, if you don't say it back, great.
Fine.
But I'm making it an issue to push that. Hold a door, say Merry Christmas, help someone in the store. They can't reach something. Today you made an offer to a handicapped man because he was thinking so long. You thought maybe he needed something up high.
And he was looking up like at the top shelf.
Right.
And he was in a wheelchair and I was like, hey, dude, you need a little assistance?
I mean, that's how you change the world.
It is.
These little ripple effects, and so...
And it made him smile.
Right.
It did.
Right.
He didn't take offense to it. He didn't take it like I was calling him a cripple and,
right.
How dare I try and help him. He didn't take it that way, and he smiled.
Right.
And that, to me, is important. I try and make people smile every single day, even though I'm not smiling inside. Because it's like, I'm just playing. I am so, God, that got deep. Phew, I had to break that up.
So there's more on stealing packages, and it goes hand in hand with other things. I mean, I've already heard from somebody at work. They said that they witnessed an Amazon driver tossing packages in somebody's front yard and not even letting them know they're there, getting back in the truck and leaving.
Come on,
I say this. I feel like I say this almost every day. Yeah. Service is gone.
It is.
Forget it.
It's totally gone.
Doesn't matter what industry. It's gone.
But if that driver, if that package was his or his mother's,
oh sure,
he would have gently placed it down,
rang the doorbell,
and handed it to his mother,
right?
Or someone that he knew,
right?
Instead of just tossing it. And
so we talk about stuff like this, but then on the other side of it, I see this video the other day. And it's somebody's, porch camera, because, a lot of people have cameras outside. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's a couple cameras, so you see different angles. And apparently they put like one of those big metal tubs on the porch. And it has the grab bag snacks, all different snacks, and sodas and juices. And it has a sign on it that says FedEx, UPS, Amazon, whoever, please help yourself to a snack.
Right.
Yeah, and then you go, wow. But then you hear about something like this, and you're like, why? Like, they're being nice to these drivers.
Yeah.
That driver might be like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I got a snack, and go to the next house and throw something that's fragile over onto the porch and break it.
Oh, but do you remember watching the video of the guy who did take a treat and he started dancing around?
Oh, yeah.
And because he was happy.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy you want delivering your packages.
Yeah, exactly. He was happy that, you got that little treat, a little thank you.
Yeah. And that's where you go, you read this, and then you go, okay, but this is restoring my faith in humanity. Right. And I mean, that's so cool. I would love to do that. But guess what? We don't allow packages to get delivered here. We haven't delivered to my work or your friend's house or somebody where someone's going to be there all the time.
Yeah.
Without interruption because, Jesus. I also saw this other thing. I thought to myself, I would punch Sharon. I wouldn't really do that, folks. But this lady pulled a prank on her husband. She saved all her Amazon boxes for like a year and a half. Just the boxes. Like they ordered this. She saved them all. She put them all back together. And she put them out on a porch. And it was like a 12-foot line of boxes stacked like 4 feet high. Like she just got this delivery. So when he came home from work, that's what he sees on the porch.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine what he must be thinking as far as like the finances. I would have a stroke, a heart attack, a coronary.
Oh, darn it. I wish I figured that out first. Oh, darn. That would have been too cool.
And here is a tip, folks. Because if you live in a neighborhood where people do steal packages off your porch, start saving some FedEx and UPS boxes, Amazon boxes. And when you change your cat litter box, dump that into the box, tape it up.
Poopy.
Right, and tape it up and put it on the porch. So when they come and steal it, they'll get rid of that stuff for you.
Exactly.
So, one final thing before break, real quick. I remember what the other thing that was so bad about Cyber Monday was.
What?
We got hacked. Yeah, remember that?
Right.
Yeah. So not only did I, like an hour after, because I thought when I got that unknown number call, I picked it up because I was like, okay, it's going to be Capital One asking about the charge.
Yeah.
And no, it's fraud detection from our bank because one of our cards was
hacked,
mirrored or copied, and someone in Florida was trying to charge. What did you tallied it? Like almost $2,000?
Yeah. It was like...
Yeah. Luckily, they hacked the poor couple, so there was nothing to take from the account. But the fraud detection called, right? And I'm getting a new card, so all is good. But you got to be careful. It's that time of year.
Still.
But as secure as we are, as punchy as I am about security of our finances and all of our debit cards,
right?
And the only thing I can think of, I know I'm making this a little long, but that's all right. The only thing I can think of is I don't ever usually do this, especially with that card, but I needed gas, and that's where I had some money, not on the other. And I did, and it was a Royal Farms I went to, I think.
Gotcha.
Now I always tug on the machines, but somebody told me that that the skimmers are getting more advanced and less recognizable, and they said that Wawa actually has some new technology to prevent them from even being used. So, folks, here's my tip. I will and I have already. I got gas yesterday. I will always now go in, and I will pay at the counter.
Right.
With that machine that, anyway. So we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Is that all right with you?
That's all right with me.
Okay. And we're going to come back with some more fodder.
Yeah.
After the break. Don't go anywhere.
This is New York's super oldies station, 920 WON, The Apple, Brooklyn, New York.
So I use my computer every day. I'm not even sure how I get along without it. But I wasn't prepared for a virus. A Trojan, they called it. One night I'm cruising along, and the next night I can't do anything. I was afraid it was going to cost me a fortune. Boy, was I surprised. They had me back up and running the same day I called them. I really like PC Tech Rescue, and you know what? My wallet likes them too.
Are you troubled by computer problems? PC Tech Rescue should be your very next call. Whether the problem is viruses, hardware, software, or any other issue, they can diagnose your problem and have you back up and running fast. With more than 25 years of industry experience, you can be sure you are getting dependable and affordable service. Call today, 484-429-6061, or email us at pctechrescue@gmail.com.
Welcome back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Joel Michalec Show featuring the Lovely Sharen, and we are back with you with some more stuff for you to listen to.
Yeah, well, because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yep.
I wanted to tell you that I'm not donating blood anymore.
Why?
I'm not, as you know, I went to donate blood last week.
Okay.
And it was not a good experience, and I'm not going back. So I go in there, and of course, all of the regular rigmarole, then it's the extra questions. That's what it is. I'm not happy with the extra questions. I think they're prying too much. This lady's asking me questions like, where did you get the blood from? Whose blood is it? Why are you carrying it in a mop bucket? I mean, I just don't understand these questions. I'm not going to continue to go back.
I don't understand either.
Anyway.
Okay, you really had me going. I was like,
until the bucket. I
was like, wait, how is it someone else's blood if it's in your body?
Anyway, we do have a consumer alert. I mean, over the last 2 weeks, maybe even more, the amount of foods that are coming out that are having problems, recalls and stuff. We had the romaine lettuce before. Well, now it's back to lettuce again. Almost all the lettuce and salad mix.
Salad Works. I have a Salad Works app on my phone.
Okay.
And a notification came along and said that they are voluntarily recalling the romaine lettuce.
Okay. So romaine's a problem again, and a bunch of these prepackaged salad mixes again. And then blackberries are being recalled, like 4 different varieties of apples, Macintosh, Honeycrisp, just to say apples are being recalled, and it's just getting out of hand. It's like, what do? You know what I mean?
Don't eat healthy.
Right? Because guess what never gets recalled?
I know, junk food.
Oreo cookies never get recalled.
I know.
Ever.
And that's a good thing. Oh my goodness!
We count on. We talked about this before. It's getting scary just going to a fast food restaurant because you don't know what people might be doing.
Not only what they're doing,
or what they're not doing, like not washing their hands,
handling the food safely, as in cooking it properly
and handling it properly. It's scary.
Like if they drop a burger on the floor,
right?
Come on, make sure you pick it up within a second.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and then kiss it, hold it up to God.
So so he said because of that, where are you going to go out to where you can trust? So you go back to the store, you buy your own groceries, make your own food. Well, now everything that's supposed to be healthy for you is
recalled.
Salmonella, E. coli, J. coli, Robert Coley Jr. I don't know.
There was somebody who was diagnosed with it was a disease from the Dark Ages.
Black Plague?
Black Plague. Yes.
Interesting.
In Australia.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I just thought I'd throw that out there since
While we're talking about health food?
we're talking about health food.
But no, it's just a consumer alert.
Right.
You've got to check. You got to make sure you're paying attention to this because you don't want to find out after the fact. I mean, some of these people have been seriously ill, and I think there might have been a couple deaths from some of these recalls.
There have.
And so it's really important to pay attention. I'm floored by the amount of food coming out in these recalls.
I know.
Like I say, apples, blackberries, lettuce, salad mix.
Things you'd never thought that would be recalled.
Exactly.
But then again, as you stated, Oreo cookies.
Cookies and Reese's Pieces are never, ever recalled.
Right.
So keep that in your Kama Sutra loose leaf for knowledge for later on. So, okay, in the last several shows or in some shows over the last several weeks, I have brought to the table some really whacked out stuff. Reindeer boobs.
Yes, okay.
Glitter or lights in the beards.
Yep.
Right?
Yep, I remember.
Well, now there's this big craze of people buying glitter pills, which are gelatin capsules with glitter in it.
Oh, my God, you told me about this. I
so they can have sparkly crap.
Sparkly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It.
I have nothing to go on.
You have nothing? Okay, so
nothing
if I had known that, I would have talked about it last week when I had nobody to talk to.
I'm just saying, I just mean, okay, I don't understand. Why?
I don't understand, but
in your head, that you know what? While you're taking a crap, which you want to look down and see sparklies.
Right. That can only be attractive if you have the Hershey squirts, because then you'll paint that toilet with sparkles.
Oh my God!
But listen, you're saying you don't understand, and I get it. I don't understand, but then Sharon, yes, maybe I do, because we're talking about a generation who, when this show debuted last year, they were eating Tide Pods.
That's right.
They're eating Tide Pods. They're getting out of their moving cars to dance on camera.
True.
They're putting the boiling hot water challenge, dumping boiling hot water over themselves.
Oh, cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the generation that's now
they're idiots.
Trying to sparkle their poop.
Come on, they're idiots. That's all there is to it. Sorry, millennials, but you're idiots.
Well, anyway, that's that story. Now, I know that you're very affectionate about the millennials. So I also brought with me some more millennial news, okay? And listen, I can do this all day, lady. You know what I mean?
Know you can.
Because now some millennials want to, you know what the Secret Santa is, right?
Yeah.
It's the Pollyanna that most companies play.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's probably pretty familiar with that. Well, some millennials want to bring an end to it, okay, because they said it gives them anxiety.
Really?
Well, let me tell you what one of the first rules of Secret Santa is. It's optional. If you don't want to play, don't buy a gift and play. If it gives you such anxiety, if you're so upset over gift exchanging, don't play.
Agreed. Oh my God.
You don't like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Don't
watch
listen to it.
Turn it off.
Or
Change the channel. I don't know about you people, but we have like 2,700 channels with nothing on.
Yeah.
On our cable box.
On it.
And we're not going to get that tonight, but remind me for next week. We have to talk about that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, sure.
We have to talk about that. And it's not going to be me complaining because you want to pay that high bill to have all those channels.
Hey, stop it.
I'm not going that route. I'm leaving you alone. But we do have to talk about it.
But you just said it.
I said it won't be that.
Oh, okay.
But we do have to talk about that. But yeah, so get this. There's a study found that 78% of millennials felt that they contributed more than they should to an office party gift compared to 58% of the rest of the workforce. While 26% of millennials admitted to dipping into savings or overdrafting their accounts to fund an office gift. Who are these people working for? Because in my office, it's $20 cutoff.
Right. Exactly.
So nearly 17% reported that they felt judged by their coworkers for their choice of gift. So, discuss...
Excuse me, people, for my
That's okay. Discussing the study's findings on Fox Nation's After the Show, the Fox and Friends host had mixed opinions about the holiday gift swap. So one host said people spend too much money as it is around the holidays.
Right.
So that's the thing. I don't know of any offices that are forcing you to be in it. Ours, it's optional. If I don't want to buy a gift, I don't have to be involved. And then I don't draw a number, and then I won't feel anxious. I mean, if you feel like you got to curl up and with your Linus blanket in a corner, then don't play the game.
Back and forth.
And if you feel like you're being pressured, you have to buy that gift, then just make sure you get some crowns and a coloring book for yourself so you can do something to ease your anxiety at your office party. I mean, what in the hell is going on here?
You know what it is? We are catering to babies.
The word enable comes to mind.
No.
I think it starts out as enabling.
Okay, enabling, catering, but they're all babies. Okay, they've never had to live the way we have had to live.
And that's true.
You know, they don't get it.
I saw,
and because I'm sorry,
that's okay. No, you finish.
And because they don't get it, they're morons.
Well, I read something somebody had written. In fact, I read it to you. It was that blog from that millennial in Florida.
I loved it.
And she said that the reason, she sees it. And she says that, her generation didn't have to grow up and see what communism was like, the fall of communism. Her generation didn't have to grow up with the Vietnam War, the Korean War, World War II.
Right.
All these different things that,
Exactly.
her generation has grown up and like everything is there for them. Mm-hmm. And she said the problem is it's lack of appreciation.
Of life.
Of the life around you. And
exactly.
And, but anyway, so I think we've been beating the dead horse this season on the millennials who now don't want to participate in Secret Santa, the millennials who don't want to watch, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the millennials that want Baby It's Cold Outside taken off the radio, well, they may not have been millennials. They might have, I think that was the Me Too movement. But still, people, you have to stop. I mean, I feel like I have to wake up every morning, and just, I want to go out on the deck. I'll put clothes on first, but go out on the deck and be like, good morning, America. What are we offended by today?
Exactly.
I think Facebook should come up with a page that everybody has to join and make sure we get our morning alerts from that page. It goes, this is what's offensive today. Today, German Shepherds are offensive. That way we know. So when we go out among the youngins, we know how to behave. I don't know. And then the other part of me just wants us to be like,
right? Slap the piss out of these bitches. Now, look, if you're a millennial listening to this, we're not trashing you. Well, we kind of are, but...
And we're not saying all millennials, but there's a segment of millennials that are crazy.
Right. Exactly.
And we are saying that.
Yes, we are.
Man.
Right?
I saw a thing on 6ABC the other day, and it said that a school district in New Jersey was making cursive mandatory on the curriculum again. And I
didn't know it wasn't.
That was my first thought. When the hell did you take cursive off the curriculum? I didn't know that. We could be using cursive to communicate with each other, and we would leave the youngins in the dark forever.
Oh my God, they would.
It would be a secret code. It would look like hieroglyphics.
Oh, I love it.
And speaking of hieroglyphics, I'm full of stuff. It's falling out of me, and I apologize if I'm rapid firing.
This is what happens when I get sick and have to take a week off.
I'm rapid firing.
I see.
Did you? I mean, think about this. Okay. In olden days, cavemen drew on the wall to communicate with each other. And then the Egyptians did it. They were writing on walls to talk about what's going on and leave this history behind. And then we developed our voice. We developed words. We developed languages and all this stuff. And guess what? Have you noticed anything on your phone? They keep piling more and more smileys on it. We're back to hieroglyphics.
I know.
We had somebody at work a year or two ago that was it was an admin.
Okay.
And she had a hard time communicating with her boss in email because she's used to just with a text shorthand. What do they call that? What do they call that? The like when you IDK. What is that called? There's a word for that.
I know. I don't know. I forget.
But that
put me on the spot like that.
That and smileys was the only way she knew how to communicate.
Wow.
And it's like we have a contingent of people who are reverting back to hieroglyphics. From here to here.
That is insane.
If we don't correct this problem, I'm going to start thinking the earth is flat.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Let me say this. Is there anything you wanted to discuss? We have 4 minutes left, and I know that I've been
I
being very punchy.
Yeah, no, I have been enjoying our little banter here, and
okay,
you know,
because I
get to throw in a comment every now and again.
Well, I don't know if you know this. I wanted to put this out there because this is really important. You know, another problem these days is spelling. I mean, people are not able to spell. You know, education's a problem.
And let's not even talk about count and change back.
Right. Well, I mean, I think it's important that people really understand and learn how to spell. And I think that's really important. I mean, take the word school. A lot of people spell it wrong. It's SCHOOL.
Right.
Not
SKOOL.
No, not SCHOOL. People don't realize that they get the O's mixed around.
Oh,
okay?
My goodness, I know.
Yeah, they put the O's in the wrong place. So when you spell in school, you got to make sure you put the O's in the right place.
Right.
That's important stuff.
That's very important stuff. Oh, my God.
I'm almost exasperated. Like, am I even going to get the third segment done? Because I feel like I've gotten it all out of my system.
Really? Are you sure?
I think so. So, you know, obviously we're on the countdown to our daughter coming home.
Yes.
For Christmas. We're on the countdown to where somebody at this table has to start making cookies and pizzelles.
I know, and it was in my schedule to start that this weekend.
All right.
So, yeah, it looks like tomorrow will be the day.
Okay. Well, that sounds good.
Absolutely. That's when it starts smelling awfully delicious in here.
Yeah. Yeah. And so and that's another thing. It's very exciting because we were also out this week. We were starting to get things for, you know, the holiday dinner. We do a big thing for, you know, for us and the kids on Christmas Eve. So we got all that. And just getting that stuff and doing that. And, of course, I got to make the big road trip to Pennsylvania next Friday.
I know.
To get the pierogies. Where I ordered like 10 dozen of the damn things.
I know, right? But that's awesome. We only order from there like once a year.
Twice a year. I think we did it twice last year. Because we did the holiday and then we went back and we didn't order, but we were in there. We were up there, so we went in there and we just grabbed some that were available.
Gotcha.
You know, but oh man, they make Keys Bakery, KYJS. 3 locations in southeastern Delaware County, Pennsylvania, and they make the most amazing pierogi. Right. We love their pierogi so much. That was a free plug for them. No one's paying us for that.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Although donations are accepted at www.
But yeah, right.
Here comes the fine print, right?
Right, exactly.
But anyway, yeah. So the preparations continue, and this is where just getting into that mood. The movies were pulled out. The Christmas movies were pulled out. The tree went up. The lights are outside. Sharon's so happy because we got lights on the roof. First time in about a half a dozen years.
I have been asking him for 22 years to put lights on our roof.
We had lights up there.
No.
Listen. Oh, man, how much time we have? Oh, man, I got to squeeze this in. We only have like a minute. We had lights up there 2 other times. One time was those stupid icicle ones.
Oh, worry.
The year before that, they were not the C9s or C7s, but like the newer type, the glass bulbs. And when I went to pull them down, the one hook collapsed. They all fell down, shattered across the porch and the sidewalk and everything. And I said, never again.
Okay.
But now we got the old-fashioned C9s, and I was up there for 3 hours in my glory.
Yep.
Without a ladder spotter because she was sick.
I was in bed sick.
Yeah, she was. So anyway, it was great having you back.
Yeah,
You're
great.
running out of here.
Yeah,
so when I come back from the break, I have a new Wombat of the Week. I have a new Honor Thy Heroes. Mm-hmm. And we've taken up so much time in these 2 segments, I have to realign that segment. I have to shorten that segment to make it all work.
Oh, my goodness.
I have to do algebra. I hate algebra. Yeah. So, everybody, I'll be back. Say goodbye, Sharon.
Goodbye, Sharon.
All right, and I'll be back after this.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Broadcasting from a crummy little studio in Baltimore, Maryland. This is Reality One Radio.
You see why we need your donations?
Welcome back, folks, to the Joel Michalec Show featuring the Lovely Sharen, and I'm Joel Michalec, and welcoming you back to the final stretch of the program, the third segment, the end of it all for this week anyway. So thanks for hanging out with me and continuing the ride, because in this segment we do a couple of things. We do the Wombat of the Week, and if you're new to the program, I'm going to tell you how to get involved with that. And we also do honor thy heroes. We honor everyday heroes each and every week here on the Joel Michalec Show. So we'll do that. And if time permits, one last thing, we'll do that. So that is the lineup going forward. And there's the security system, folks, going off as it does. We'll let her bark it out for a moment. Miss Molly Security. Miss Molly Security. So, okay, so, Molly, excuse me, Molly. Molly, the folks would like to listen to me, not you. Molly. Thank you, I think. So, okay. I forgot where I was going, but yes, that's what we're going to be doing here. So, first up, we want to talk about the Wombat of the Week, and if you want to get involved, here's what you do. The Wombat of the Week are stupid people doing stupid things, and then guess what? They're in the news somehow. So that's what we constitute as a Wombat, and we find a new one, or one is donated to us. Most of them are donated through users, listenership, and we kind of put a crown on their stupidity and make it all world known here on the program. So you can do so by sending us a link to a news story of stupid people doing stupid things, and send it to joelmichalecradio@gmail.com. You can also send it to us on Facebook at JM Talk by way of direct message. We'll take it that way as well. And if it doesn't get right on the show, it'll go in line, because some weeks we are backed up a little bit trying to get through them. And then once in a while we feel like, hey, let's give them a double. So that's how you can pass one along should you have one. So that being said, let's take a look at this week's Wombat of the Week. I just have to remobilize my monitors here. So this is an interesting one coming out of Florida, and I guess we shouldn't be surprised. Many of our wombats do come out of Florida for some reason. I do not know why. But this one is about a Florida man who is apparently a drug dealer and calls 911 to report missing cocaine. Responding to a call about a burglary last Sunday, police in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, discovered a very forthright man claiming to be a drug dealer, and he was in need of some assistance. Authorities confirmed that the items seemed to be missing from where the 35-year-old said he had put them, but on the bright side, the deputies were able to help him locate a second bag of coke that he had left on the center console, at which point they began reading Mr. Blackman his rights. According to the arrest report, Deputy Dennis Fields wrote, Blackman had asked if I knew the cocaine was there. Why did I let him keep talking? Blackman was arrested and charged with resisting an officer without violence for allegedly refusing to follow commands, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of cocaine, which is a felony charge. Good. But so I guess, first of all, I get like the rule of thumb for the story is, first of all, don't be a drug dealer. And second of all, don't have your cocaine out in view when the police, when you call the police to help them find missing items. So I think that would be wise. And so, yeah. And not to worry, the lovely Sharen coming in the door and excusing herself because the alarm system just went off for like 90 seconds. So it's okay. You're coming in and out the door of the studio area. Actually, it's not even a studio. We broke out of the studio, folks, and we're actually closer to the kitchen. And because it's getting close to Christmas, the lovely Sharen is doing what she does best, and that is bacon. And so she's making cookies and all kinds of goodies, which we're going to eat some when we do the Christmas show, obviously, and all throughout the rest of the holidays. So anyway, so folks, again, A, don't be a cocaine or don't be a drug dealer, and B, don't call the police when you're missing items and then leave your cocaine right out in plain view. And also, third,
because they were missing cocaine.
Now he was missing other items, but there was cocaine on the center console. And third, when you do talk to the police, don't admit that you're a drug dealer. I think that's actually that should be maybe number one. Or number two, following number one of don't be a drug dealer. Two, if you are, don't tell the police that you are. Right. Third, don't ask them to help you find missing items when you have cocaine out in plain sight. So now he's facing felony charges, and for that, he is the Wombat of the week. Boom. That's how that goes. So now we're going to move on to Honor Thy Heroes. And in much the same way, if you want to get involved with this segment, it works in very much the same way that you can notify us of everyday heroes. They don't have to wear a badge. They don't have to wear a cape. They can be anybody going that extra mile doing those extraordinary things. And you can, again, joelmichalecradio@gmail.com. You can send us the link to the news story from your community paper or whatever have you. And we'll be glad to honor those heroes. Now, this week, it was fairly easy to pick one this week, and it's actually a local thing. We attended a breakfast with Santa at the Middletown Fire Company in Middletown, Delaware. And now that's not, I mean, of course we are heroes for going out and, doing that. No, I'm kidding. But no, the real hero is what I want to tell you is this particular breakfast with Santa that this particular fire department does each and every year is open to the public with no charge. And, we had only learned about it this year. And so we took the grandkids. And as I thought about it, I thought, you know what? Middletown Fire Department are the heroes. Because they do this. They open up their doors to the public and they feed the public a very good breakfast. And it's buffet style. You can eat all you want. Then they have Santa Claus on hand so the kids can sit and get pictures taken with Santa Claus. And, they're heroes to the community. Even though they're heroes to the community, every time that siren goes off. And they're already going above and beyond, right? They're volunteer firefighters and EMTs, out there serving the public that way. But then they're already going that extra mile. Now they go another extra mile and they open their doors and feed the public. All are welcome. And do a breakfast with Santa. And so, that's going well above and well beyond the call of duty of volunteering. And so after I thought about it, I said, you know what? That makes a great Honor Thy Heroes segment. It's a good local one. It's a good cause. They also accept unwrapped toys for children in the community. And so when we were there, I mean, the load of toys was astronomical. So the outreach that they're going to do with the community as far as giving children who need that extra special for Christmas with the toys makes that even more so going above and beyond. And so that's why this week I'm comfortable crowning the Honor Thy Heroes crown to Middletown Fire Department in Middletown, Delaware. And so if you have a news story about everyday heroes going above and beyond, then send it to us. We would love to have it. And so there you have that. And I'm leaving myself open with so much show left, which is okay because we just reach into the basket of stuff that we have on hand. And, that story there, we have to save that for when the lovely Sharen comes back, and we will talk about that. But here's one that, goes in line with, we talked about men decorating their beard and women decorating their boobs. But there is yet another trend out there called Christmas tree hair. So for one last thing, I want to talk about that. It's a new holiday beauty trend. Okay, we didn't want it, but we're starting to. It is starting to be seen almost everywhere during the holiday season. It's a height-defying hairstyle that's styled to look like a Christmas tree. So if you have excess hair, lovely Sharen does not. She just lost 13 inches a couple weeks ago, so she can't do this anymore. But basically, according to the Daily Mail, the look is created when people style their hair into an upside-down cone shape, mimicking a Christmas tree before decorating it. And then they put strands of garland and ornament and even battery-operated lights on this upside-down cone on their head made out of their hair. So, now, in case you're wondering, how would somebody get the hair to stand like that? Okay, then the Daily Mail also provided a video and said that it's achieved by placing an empty water bottle or cone on top of your head and using that as a guide. Okay, the hair was then smoothed up the top of the bottle or the cone and held in place with either hairspray or like a hair elastic band. And obviously you have to use like the world's strongest like acrylic hairspray to hold it in place, because then you're going to hang little balls on it and small strands of garland, and of course the battery operated lights if you choose to have lights on this Christmas tree hair, and it's just crazy. It's crazy, and you can find if you're game and you want to see pictures. You can search the hashtag Christmas tree hair on Instagram, and you'll be treated to dozens of pictures of women who have this hair. And so it's just kind of getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand with what people are doing to satisfy their holiday whatever. I mean, listen, I'm Mr. Christmas. I'm very festive during the holidays. I like to do things like I'll wear the light necklace. I'll wear my Santa cap here and there, and listen to music. But I mean, if I had that much hair, I don't know if I would do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I would do that. I would root off my boob or worse before I put my hair up in a cone and decorate it like a tree. And there's just something weird about it. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's almost like Futurama fail. I'm looking at a couple of the pictures, and oh my God, is really all I can say about that. But so definitely, check out that hashtag Christmas tree hair if you'd like, if you dare. And if you want to see what some of the styles look like, and maybe you say to yourself, hey, I do want to do something like this. And that's okay, because you know what? You can be you. You can be you. So, okay. So, beyond that, one last thing. I obviously need an upgrade to my iPhone. I'm not going to do it because I'm a cheap bastard, but so since the introduction of iOS 13, basically anything iPhone 6 Plus and older, and I have the 6 Plus, does not get 13. So since the inception of iOS 13, my iOS has been going crazy, doing stupid things, and my phone doesn't perform as it once did. And I don't even know what the price is. I know they have a new price. I know they have a new structure where you buy it and then you pay for 220 years, I think, each month until it's paid off. So I don't know what the price is, but I keep getting texts because obviously Verizon knows that I have a 6 Plus. They know I'm due for an upgrade, and they know I need an upgrade. And so every other day I get a new text from Verizon with a new amount of money off. And it's usually $200 off if you upgrade to the XR. $250 if you upgrade to the XR. Well, on Friday, I got a text from Verizon, and it said $700 off the iPhone XR if I upgrade using promo code blah, blah, blah. And my first thought was, how much money does this iPhone XR cost that you're going to give me generously $700 off? Because I think with any sale, it's sort of like when you go on an auction, online auction. There's usually a minimum. Whoever's putting something up for bidding, there's usually a minimum that they have to have or that they want to have for it to sell. And I almost firmly believe that Verizon needs to make sure that they can pay for the products they get in from Apple. So if you're giving me $700 off, it makes me wonder how much the damn thing is to begin with, wholesale, that you can take that much money off. Now, of course, the deal only lasts like for the day, so that might be one way. Maybe they lose money on the ones that do respond, but maybe I don't know. Like, all I know is to upgrade. I don't even look at it. I don't even look at the price and know. So I really couldn't even tell you. I'd have to look it up right now to tell you what an XR cost. Because all I know is that if I took the deal and I got a new phone, if I upgraded, all I know is it would be like another $35 a month on the bill from now until the end of time. I don't know. But so I don't think any of us really even pay attention to the price. But that made me think about, what does an iPhone X cost these days? That you're going to take $200, $300, $400, $700 off to get somebody to upgrade. It almost makes me think these things must actually ship out from Apple to vendors wholesale for like $200. Because they're only spending like 25 cents labor to get them built. So they must really be low cost until they go retail. And then that really just tells you that the profitability on Apple products is astronomical. But, there's some of us that you have Apple, you don't want to go back. And so they have you locked in that way too. But anyway, so it just made me think about that. I was thinking, what in the world? Why does it cost so much? I don't know. So anyway, there's one last thing for you. And I don't even know if that had any value to be one last thing. Maybe I just wanted to talk about it. Maybe I was just wasting time. And that worked too. Anyway, I want to remind everybody that you can log on to www.jmtalk.net to listen to the show, to download the show, to subscribe to the show. You can also get to the blog and the news and all the other features, including the YouTube channel, all from there. Remember, we're on Facebook at JM Talk, Instagram and Twitter at JM Talk Radio, so please stop by and visit us there as well. We will be back next week with another podcast, same time. New episodes drop on Sunday, and we hope to have some more definitive information about the Christmas show, which is coming up really soon, so we have to have that information ready for you next week, and we shall do that. Until then, be good to each other. Please, while you're out and about, pick up 3 pieces of trash. Hold a door open for somebody, will you? We'll catch you next time. Goodbye.